Good morning, this is Mark Harrison with Sewer Line Check Professionals. I am here at 1504 Viewsite Terr in Los Angeles, and I am in the process of performing a video examination of the main sewer line here on the property for Larry English. Now, the main sewer line is the portion of the waste drainage piping that is exterior to the structure. It lies underground and connects the building drain line system to the public sewer. The building drain line system then is the portion or portions of the waste drainage piping that would be underneath or interior to the structure. Our examination today is not focused on the building drain line system, so if further evaluation is desired regarding the building drain line system, a licensed plumbing contractor should be contacted, or a specialty building drain line video examination can be set up through our office. So I am currently sitting, the camera's currently sitting anyways, down here at the public sewer connection it's down under the street, off the back of the property, down the hillside there. We run about 88 feet from a cleanout that was found for us here in the planter area behind the kitchen. We were out here first on the 25th and didn't see it or couldn't easily find it. Somebody let somebody know where it was, and we didn't have to install anything. So I'm going to go ahead and pull the camera out backwards here. And as we pull off our public sewer, we're getting into our 6-inch vitrified clay piping, and this comes from the public sewer here up to the lower edge of the property. Now, these clay pipe materials, they are expected to have a long service life. Being a natural material, they are not expected to deteriorate underground, but they are more brittle in nature and do have a higher potential for damage during seismic activity or earthquakes. So what we're specifically looking for are any areas of significant cracks or breaks, offsets or separations of the connections or joint areas. And what we're seeing here is roots intruding at this joint. Root intrusions at the joint areas of these older clay pipes is fairly common. Normally we are suggesting that they can be maintained with regular sewer line cleanings. It's when they're left unmaintained for extended periods that they can create blockages in the system or potentially damage the pipe. So it is important that we have reasonable access to maintain those, and what I've seen so far we do. Now this is where we're coming back up onto the property now and coming through a newer section of pipe, an area that's been upgraded. Now what I'm seeing here is a plastic pipe that looks like it's been shoved inside the 6-inch clay and wasn't properly sealed. We have roots coming in at that connection, and that is a connection that's intended to be impervious to roots. If they just shoved the pipe inside the old one, there's no visible coupling here or increaser from the 4 to 6 inch, so that's more than likely what's occurred here. This is something that's going to dictate a repair recommendation. As we pull back and see how many feet of this plastic we have, looks like we've also got some root intrusions here at this connection where these plastic pipes sections are joined. That too is supposed to be sealed. These plastic pipes are intended to not allow root intrusions. So I'm guessing whatever work was done here was done substandardly. Coming up vertically here, which is going to make it a little difficult to see, but looks like we're still in plastic. And here we are changing from the 4-inch plastic to a 3-inch cast iron pipe that we're going to be pulling through the rest of the way back up towards the structure. Now these cast iron pipe materials, they were expected typically to last somewhere in the 60 to 70 year range. And based on the information we see here on when it was built, we're looking at about a pipe that's around 64 years old. So it's in that window. Looks like we're starting to see the beginnings of some very small roots starting to penetrate the walls of this pipe. These are the beginning stages of failure. So this is a situation where it's starting to be discussed that upgrades, when feasible, on this older cast iron pipe. we come off the back of the structure, we want to run at a slight angle here under the patio area, and then run steeply down the back hillside. Some of that piping is exposed currently, so it's easy to kind of see the directional path of the line. Yeah, here's kind of a better shot of the beginnings of those root intrusions over on the left side wall of the pipe. Back up towards the upper end now. See some debris buildup in this line. As we pull back underneath the patio here, you're going to see that there's water standing in the bottom of the pipe. Now, in a cast iron pipe, this is a bit more of a concern because that standing water and debris is going to accelerate the deterioration of the pipe. And with a pipe that's already pretty significantly deteriorated and aging, it becomes more of a concern. Just another reason to really suggest that it's nearing time to replace this line. As we drop in, we've got a short section of ABS plastic and then immediately into that cast iron. And then here we are pulling back up out of our clean out. This is our clean out access that was found right here in the planter, about 4 or 5 feet to the left of these rear sliders. Alright, so at this point we've got an aging cast iron pipe that's nearing the end of its useful service life. There's a bellied section here under the patio that's going to wear out quicker and begin to fail more rapidly now. We've got some newer plastic pipes down near the lower end that do not appear to have been connected properly in some areas. We've got root intrusions at the plastic joints and at the plastic to clay connection. Speculation there is that the plastic pipe wasn't connected properly, simply shoved inside the clay pipe and sealed up somehow. That's not standard. And an original clay lateral pipe under the street that has common conditions with root intrusions at the joints. So all of that I'm going to discuss and describe as far as final recommendations go inside my written report that will accompany this video. So I'm going to go ahead and conclude the video portion of the examination for today. We do recommend that all main sewer lines are examined after any significant seismic activity, and that main sewer lines should be examined annually to monitor for change. And that would still, for that clay, because you would have the older section of the street. This is Mark Harrison with Sewer Line Check Professionals. Thank you very much, and have a pleasant day.